I wrote American Night with a lot of passion, and I set out to create a world that was a little bit over the top but yet believable. I wanted to take the audience on a journey to a place where they've never been before, but at the same time a place where they would like to go.
They said, we found this script, we think it's a good script. So I read it. I thought it was a good script. I thought it was a good story, better than most.
American Night is a mental puzzle. It's a mind game for the audience.
So they sent it to me and I thought it was just a really zany, kind of crazy script. Like there's scripts that are really out there, but then there's scripts that are like a whole nother level of crazy. And I feel like this was that script. And that is what made it really appealing, was the idea of doing something that was just maximum bonkers.
Siamo partiti adesso della Valle con un'idea che sembrava completamente rivoluzionaria, unire il mondo dell'arte al mondo dell'action, il thriller e di per sé il genere americano. Insomma, abbiamo fatto un percorso che devo dire essere stato sicuramente in salita ma altrettanto meraviglioso.
American Night is about three different stories, about three different characters who don't know each other, and these three different stories will become intertwined.
The first time when I read the script, I thought this could be a nice movie with all the elements, with the action, with the art, with the humor sometimes, with all the characters. I think they are all great, and the idea of the people stealing art and mixing with love and with mafia, with action, I think it was it was fun to be here.
When I was writing the screenplay of American Night, I was thinking about art, and the reason I chose to set the story in the world of contemporary art is because I was thinking how art in the widest term, meaning architecture for the buildings, sculpture, paintings, the books, the music. It's actually all that we have left of all the people that have ever lived in the centuries and millennia before us. So I thought art as a metaphor for an invisible chain, an invisible link that connects us to mankind.
I read a lot of scripts, being Jonathan's wife. So many scripts are always coming in, and his agents weekly are always passing, and I read some that are passed and I read some that they suggest. They really liked American Night, and so I was like, oh, let me just take a little peek, and I read it, and I just thought it was written so well, and the timing, and it was so interesting, and I said, I must be a part of this.
It almost sounded too good to be true, because the premise was really, really original, totally unique. The cast was amazing. And then there was this role that was open.
I was speaking to the director, Alessio, and he came to me and he was like, I think that you can portray the character of Ashley very well. And it sounded like such an amazing project because it's something different from what we see today in the film industry. I mean, it's a very artistic film, and I believe that it can be a completely masterpiece.
I couldn't put it down. It was like no other, even though I could see that it had homages to film noir and whatnot, and it felt familiar, but at the same time it was totally unique. It's written obviously by an Italian and about American culture, which I love because he has a totally different perspective and sees things that we don't see because we take things for granted in our culture. And so, you know, he has this great point of view.
I read it and instantly, I fell in love with it because the story is not only complex, but it's just, I don't know, it just has so many different sides. You know, it has the action, it has the love, And then tying all that into kind of the world of art was what I found so interesting. And yeah, and then when I knew that I was going to play Olivia, I just connected with the part immediately. So that's what I loved that.
It's a wrap!